If you're looking at cold email tools, the assumption is that they all pretty much do the same thing. You connect your inboxes, write a sequence, and start sending. Pick whichever one looks good and get going. That's how I thought about it too, until I actually started using them seriously. Because the difference between tools isn't the email editor, it's the warm-up, the deliverability infrastructure, and what actually happens when replies start coming in. Most tools leave all of that up to you. I've spent the last few months using SmartLead, building campaigns, sending real emails, and creating a full tutorial on it. And it does something most tools don't. It actually builds that infrastructure for you. So in this video, I will share my full take, the pros, the cons, and who it's actually for. Let's start with the thing that kills most cold email campaigns before they've even had a chance: deliverability. When you're sending from a fresh domain or a new inbox, email providers don't know you yet. And if they don't know you, your emails go to spam. It doesn't matter how good the copy is. SmartLead lets you buy and set up mailboxes directly in the platform. Either fresh ones that you warm up yourself, or pre-warmed ones if you want to start sending sooner. And the warm-up system is built in too. It gradually builds sending history on your accounts over time. And unlike most platforms where warm-up is just a checkbox, SmartLead gives you real control over how that process runs. You can configure settings like your ramp-up rate, daily volume, and reply rate, the settings that actually move the needle. Beyond the warm-up, there are campaign settings most people never touch. Things like forcing your emails to send in plain text, and turning off open tracking and link click tracking entirely. This also helps you improve your deliverability. On top of that, you can test where your emails are actually landing before your campaign goes live. SmartLead sends to a pool of test accounts and tells you whether they land in the primary inbox, promotions, or spam. If something's wrong, you find out before you've touched your lead list. Most platforms don't give you that. But deliverability is just the starting point. The reason I'd actually recommend SmartLead over everything else isn't any single feature. It's what you no longer have to pay for separately. Cold email typically means stitching tools together. You need a prospecting tool to build your list, a sending tool to run the campaign, something to manage replies across multiple inboxes, and a CRM on top of all of that. You're paying for all of it separately, and you're manually moving data between them. SmartLead has built most of that into the platform. A prospecting tool is included in your plan, with no extra subscription. You find your contacts, verify their emails, and push them straight into a campaign without ever leaving SmartLead. When replies start coming in across all your sending accounts, they land in one unified inbox. The AI sorts them automatically with categories such as interested, not interested, out of office, and so on, so you're not doing that manually. There's also a reply agent that drafts responses for you. Nothing sends without your approval, but it handles the early back and forth, so you're only jumping in when it actually matters. And there's a built-in CRM, so your pipeline is in the same place as everything else. If you're running this for clients, you can give each of them view-only access to their own dashboard with a single click. None of these features are revolutionary on their own. The point is, they're all in one place. You're not paying for 3 tools and syncing data between them manually. For most people doing cold email seriously, that alone justifies SmartLead's cost. Now here's what it doesn't get right, and a few things worth knowing before you commit. The built-in prospecting covers the fundamentals well: job title, seniority, industry, and company size. But it doesn't have intent data or buying signals. If you want to target people actively researching your type of solution right now, you'd need a separate tool like Apollo. That said, most cold email platforms don't have it either. It's not unique to SmartLead, just worth knowing. Automation is also email only. You can add manual task steps in your sequence, a reminder to make a call or send a LinkedIn message at a specific point. But SmartLead won't do that outreach for you automatically. If fully automated multi-channel sequences are non-negotiable, it won't cover that. And the last thing worth mentioning is bugs. A lot of users on G2 and Reddit report issues with campaigns not sending or warm-up pausing unexpectedly. I personally didn't run into any of this, but it comes up consistently enough that it's worth flagging. Let's talk pricing. Plans start at $39 a month, which includes core sending and warm-up functionality. The more advanced features are on the higher plans. The thing worth knowing specifically is that the free prospecting credits are only included from the Smart plan upwards, which is $174 a month. On the base and pro plans, you'd pay extra for those. So if Smart Prospect is a big part of why you're interested, that's worth factoring in when you're choosing a plan. That said, even on the higher plans, Smart Lead is not an expensive tool when you compare it to what you'd otherwise be paying for a separate prospecting tool, a sending tool, and a CRM combined. For what it covers, the pricing is reasonable. Most people picking a cold email tool focus on the wrong things: the interface, the price, and how the sequence builder looks. What actually determines whether your campaign works is everything underneath that. What I didn't expect was how few tools actually get this right. Smart Lead does. If you're doing cold email for your own business or for clients, this is where I'd start. The deliverability setup alone puts it ahead of most of the competition, and the fact that prospecting, inbox management, AI replies, and the CRM are all built in makes it a complete system rather than one piece of a larger stack you have to assemble yourself. If you need fully automated multi-channel outreach, Smart Lead isn't built for that. That's the main limitation. But for cold email done properly at scale, it's the best option I've used. The 14-day free trial link is in the description. And if you want to get the setup right from day one, I put together a full tutorial that covers every setting you need to know. A lot of it isn't obvious when you're starting out, so it'll save you a lot of trial and error. That's linked in the description too. If this helped you decide, leave a like. I'll see you in the next one.